This is what my gaming setup looks like currently. In my opinion, it's really nice apart from a few things like the messy cables. But today I'll be showing you the one thing that completely transformed the way my setup looks. This right here is what I'm actually talking about. And if you're wondering, it's a monitor light bar which is meant to sit on top of your monitor and provide light. I'll obviously go more into depth about the features in just a bit. But before that, I want to thank Quntis for sending me this light bar to review and use in my setup. I'll have the link to this specific light bar as well as their website in the description if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, let's unbox it real quick. The box itself has a simple design, just showing what the light bar looks like and some of its important features on the front. They do sell multiple types of light bars, and this one right here actually has RGB, but inside the box all you'll find is the light bar and its built-in USB cable as well as the manual. So if you are getting this, make sure you have enough USB ports to be able to use it. And if you're wondering, the manual just shows how to install the light bar onto your monitor as well as how to cycle through the different lighting modes. But anyway, here's a quick preview of what my setup looks like before using the light bar. Now let's actually attach this to my monitor and try it out. So what I found interesting was that it literally just rests on top of the monitor with a weighted thing on the back. Like there's no actual clips or anything. So it literally just relies on this little weight on the back of it. And if you're worried that it's gonna fall off, I don't think it will because the weight is pretty heavy and it's just gonna kind of balance it there. But anyway, after that, I just angled the light to what I thought was good. And then I plugged in the USB. Here's a quick preview of what it looks like in my gaming setup. So since this thing has two light sources, one in the back and one in the front, there's two different spots to control the lights. On the left side is where you control the front lighting, and to turn it on, you just tap on the side once. I did notice that it can sometimes be unresponsive, so you just have to be really patient. Already though, you can just see how much light it actually makes. And the light in the front has 3 different temperatures and 3 different brightness levels. To cycle through the temperatures, you just tap once and it switches. So as far as I can see, there's kind of like this orange warm color, and there's also like 2 shades of white. And for a light bar around this price range, I think that's enough. And to go to the brightness levels, you just double tap, and yeah, there's 3 different brightness levels. So if you want it really bright, you can have that, and you can also kind of reduce the brightness. Alright, so now let's move on to the RGB lighting on the back. This is actually one of the unique features about this light bar. On Amazon, I haven't really seen a lot of light bars with this kind of RGB lighting, but it basically works the same way as the front lighting, but you just can't control the brightness. To cycle through the actual RGB modes, you just tap once, and as you can see, there's a ton of different modes. So some of the modes are just static colors, but there's also some color shift modes as well as a full rainbow mode. And if you're wondering, there's a total of 15 RGB modes. This is super nice because it just lights up the area behind your setup to create a nice mood. So for me, my setup isn't really against a wall. So if you guys actually have like the desk against your wall a little more, then this would probably look even better for you. So now that I've covered the actual visual side of the light bar, now let's talk about how it's actually helpful. Because not only is this thing visually appealing, it actually kind of helps your health as well. But yeah, as you guys know, monitors and screens in general give off light, which can strain your eyes after a long time. And this light bar, it basically angles light at a perfect angle to where your eyes don't get as strained, since it decreases the difference of the light at your monitor and the rest of your room. So if you're someone that uses your computer for long periods every day, this could be super helpful for your eyes. So I've talked about kind of all the features and how it's helpful. Now let's talk about maybe some areas where this light bar could improve. So literally the only improvement I would suggest is maybe having a controller type thing to control the lighting, because as I said before, the actual sides of the monitor light bar are sometimes unresponsive to use. So having something on your desk to actually go through the lighting modes and brightness would be super nice. But Quntis actually does sell other light bar models with something similar to that. But yeah, it would honestly just make the light bar way easier to use and just more convenient. Alright, so that's basically it for the review, and make sure to stay tuned for my upcoming videos as I've got a lot of things planned for you guys.